All right, now, breakdancing has come a long way from its origins in the Bronx 50 years ago. It's become a sport known as breaking, and it'll make its Olympic debut in Paris tomorrow. One of those stars from Team USA is Jeffrey Lewis, better known as Bboy Jeffro. He met Omar Villafranca in his hometown of Houston, and he showed Omar what goes into the competition and the moves we can expect to see as athletes, you know what, break it down on the world stage.
Your head may still be spinning, but rest assured, 29-year-old Jeffrey Lewis is only warming up. Bboy Jeffro from Houston is one of 4 athletes to represent Team USA at the 2024 Paris Olympics, where breakdancing, or simply breaking, will make its Olympic debut.
How did you get introduced to breaking?
It was my brother. My brother was the one, he was learning in middle school, and I was 10 years old. He would come back home, and he would just teach me all the moves that he was learning while he was in the class, and that's kind of what got me into it.
Somebody from another country is seeing this for the first time on the Olympic stage. They're gonna say, is it dance? What is it? What would you say it is?
It's a dance, it's a art, it's a sport. It's all internal though. It's creative. Breaking is a mixture of self-expression. You have your artistic influences in it. You have that athleticism put into it as well. But ultimately, it's just you. It's just true to you.
The expressive dance, born on the streets of New York in the 1970s, has come a long way from its birthplace in the Bronx. Dancers were called B-boys and B-girls, and the pastime exploded on the scene in parks and warehouses across the city. Richard Colon, aka Crazy Legs, was one of New York's original B-boys.
The term breaking comes from the percussive part of the record, which we, or people before me, started to call the break. They would say, B-boys, are you ready? B-girls, are you ready? And then you knew, oh, they're about to throw the break beats on. We're about to get busy, we're about to battle, and I'm trying to make a name for myself. I need to beat him or look good losing.
50 years later, the acrobatic dance is now officially an Olympic sport, one that Bboy Jeffro helped break down for us.
How is it scored?
Well, there's no points.
Oh.
So it's a comparative system. And yeah, this is the interesting part, because there's no way to, I guess, objectify arts. So this is the closest thing we have. There's musicality, execution, vocabulary, technique, and originality. So within those 5, after you do your round, the bar moves. Who was more musical? Who was more technical? Who had more vocabulary?
It's almost like it seems like a dance tug of war.
Basically.
Breaking has become like a second language to Lewis and the 3 other athletes representing Team USA, Victor Montalvo, Sonny Choi, and Logan Edra, who will battle it out with their opponents to music that's selected by a DJ on the fly.
When you step out on the floor, what changes?
If the music's on, everything changes.
Really?
Yeah. Because I just want to be that image, that visual for the song. So I'm connecting with the music and trying to figure out what's the first thing that comes to my mind? What does that feel? And then how do I tell a story within that?
Okay.
I dabbled in breakdancing as a kid back in Texas.
Boom. Bring it back.
And Bboy Jeffro offered me a refresher on how to get started with some top rock moves.
Yeah. So that's cross step. Yeah, there you go. All right.
And I quickly caught on.
I'm not going to be on the Olympic team.
While it's the first time we'll be seeing breaking at the Olympics, Lewis hopes it's not the last. The International Olympic Committee says breaking will not return for the 2028 Los Angeles Summer Games, as sports like baseball and softball will rotate in. That means this year, the pressure is on for breaking to throw down.
What would you tell your 10-year-old self about where you are now?
Just have no expectations, but give it your all. Because I feel like expectation hurts. It hurts whenever you fall short of something, but give it your all, and then you find yourself doing things that you never imagined.
like being an Olympian. For CBS Mornings, Omar Villafranca in Houston, Texas.
First, can we just say Omar looked pretty good?
Pretty good.
yes.
And her children will be very proud of you, Omar.
Nice
You did
job,
not embarrass
Omar.
yourself.
Well, as I have been all morning long, and it made me realize I've been goofing a lot over this breaking thing because when I was a kid at the height of breakdancing,
Right.
I tried, and I was not even able to do it as a 12 or 13-year-old. My little sister, though, was really good.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but somebody on the crew, Tony Plains, said that when you were doing it, he was wondering if you were having a full body heave. Would you like to answer that question?
The answer is I was breakdancing, homie. Where you at, Tony? Come on now.
Cheering on Team USA.
Team USA, because
Yes,
we were
yes.
wondering how does this play as a sport, and
Yeah.
Omar broke it down. It really
Yes.
does.
But I think the promotion of it here will allow people to be even more interested in the competitions that already exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Omar. You got soul.
Cheering you on, Omar.
Team
Cheering on
USA.
Team USA.